All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Felix. Look at, we have a scanner and look at massive thing that's happening on this scanner. Now, I just want to show you the simplicity of our PBS market scanner. It's not hype, it's a reality. We have a massive win rate, but just follow the simplicity. That's what I want to show to you. The simplicity of trading with our scanner, and our win rate is about 75 to 90% win rate. Right. Now, another thing is this. So just get the simplicity. Now, we have different scanners. Those of us who are purely scalping gold, we have segment for that. But you are scalping currency, crypto, stock, and all of that. This is the universal scanner. All right. You see, this one is the universal scanner. It's cap everything, and it swing everything. So if you're a swing trader, come closer. You need this scanner. If you're a day trader, come closer. You need this scanner. If you're an intraday trader, come closer. You need this scanner. So this is on a laptop, right? On system, your trading view. So of course, those of you who have subscribed for it, the simplicity is this. Now look at this signal was provided just this morning. Let me show you something. Um, Anyone who took this signal, let's see. There are certain rules, and I'm going to just show you the simplicity. Now, when you take this signal, when you ask you to buy or sell, okay, your stop loss is below. Now, the first rule of normally you in trading is to target 1:2 risk reward. Am I lying? No. Okay. So minimum of 1:2 risk reward should be your target. So if that's the case, that means you have done that here. Now, this is 26 pips, already 26 pips. That is to say you agreed to lose about 12.7 pips. Let's say it's 13 pips. Now, this is what I say. If you want to be very, very, I know, moderate in your trading. You want to take trade, you are supposed to journal your trade. I know some of us are trading irrationally, as in randomly. Sorry for that language for irrational, but that's what interpret to. But now you're trading, unguided, but the rule is when I'm going to take this trade, the question you ask yourself, how much is my account size? Okay, if my account size is $100, all right. So I'm supposed to do this. So if my stop loss is going to be 13 pips. So I go to a market like this. Now I'm talking to those of you who are within our ecosystem and learning from Plan B Express Academy, or you're a subscriber to Plan B Express PBX Club, or you're a subscriber to the Market Explorer, maybe you are mastering. So now let's go. Let's do our position sizing. So your money is $100. Now, what you want to expose to the market, let's say it's just $5. So that means you want to expose 5%. So now look at how many pips. We saw it's about 13 pips, right? So let's put 13 pips. Then let's calculate how much loss size. You say you are going to use 0.03. Okay, so 0.038. So let's round it up to by 0.04. So if it's 0.04, so like this signal, so 0.04 is $5 you are still exposing. So you can do it twice, okay? And do like this. So when you come in, 0.02, you take one trade, and then the second one, 0.02. So the first one, you target 1:2 risk reward. And then the second one, you target the high, that is the resistance. All right, look at this from zone to zone, from this place to this place. So you target that. That one is going to be 1:4.3. That's about 55 pips. Okay, 55 pips. So you target it that way and then rest your case. Now, as long as the market is doing whatever it's doing, then when the first TP is hit and then you're aggressively still moving up, you probably want to just adjust your stop loss into your entry point. Okay, so I've given you this guide. Now, the next guide is that, so what actually supposed to be when the signal come up, we say we have A plus signal. Now, when the signal come up, look at the candle that printed. So this, our scanner actually work with price action liquidity concept, and smart money. Okay. When the market sweep, so when market sweep liquidity, it pop up the signal for buy or for sell, number one. And when the market gets to another block or a demand zone, it give you an entry position, just like what we are seeing here. This is 5 minute time frame. Now, you don't need to know what is other block and all that. I'm just giving you, especially those of you who are advanced traders, and then you are imagining what is the component of this scanner. It's not MACD, it's not RSI, it's not moving averages. So that's why you see it does not lag or does not lag. You can see it repeat, and we're giving you the principle because it work with the situation. So if move for the market, okay? When the market decide to change, right, it will read the market for you. That's what many people have asked me, so why do we make it repaint? Yes, we make it repaint until in final judgment, it will stay. What do you mean by that? When the market come here, and let's say, look at this is a liquidity sweep, it will have popped up. Now, when it popped up, and then it is not confirmed yet. Now, if it popped up this, now I mostly don't take such trade. Why? I'm looking at demand zone down here. This is a liquidity, then this is another block. So it came down to this point because if I put it here, that means my stop loss should be below this support zone. My stop loss should be below this support zone. So if my stop loss is not below this support zone, I'm still risking chance of being stopped out. So that's one of the things you must pay attention to. So very simple. Oh, signal is said, oh, is it valid? What make it valid? Number one, we say the validity of this signal is that it has three candle pattern layer. What is the three candle? The candle that first, and then the candle that holds it, and then the preceding candle, that the candle that follows it. Let me open the chart properly so that you can see. So you see this 1, 2, 3. That's all. So that means when the signal was sent, we have seen that like this one now, so the longer. So the rule is let the candle that carries the signal should be always outside both the one at the left and the one on the right. And then meta still, when the one at the right, if it's for a buy, let it be bullish, meaning let it be a down close candle. So you are entering. So where am I entering? 1, 2, 3. So the third candle close is your entry. And that's why you took and then say long, right? And then where's my stop loss? Your stop loss is below this demand zone or key level. So if that is the case, so that's my stop loss. Okay, I haven't adjusted this maybe too close. That's about 10 pips. Okay, so if it's 10 pips, 1:2 risk reward, first is your target. This is currency. Then that means you have done 21 pips. Makes sense? Now, whatever thing is doing now, you just left your condition, your second position open. Don't touch it. All right. So let it be. If it's going to stop you, I'll let it stop you out. Okay. Some will say, I beg you, I just. Then there are some of you who don't want the DCA pattern. It's not a problem. So you enter your market, 1:2 risk reward. Your market get hit, you collect your money and go because maybe you are a day trader, a scalper. So you don't waste any time. I want to wait for this. No. All right. As you put it, it hits your take profit, then you are good to go. So if you are trading and exposing $5, a risk of 1:2 risk reward, $10 is made. Case closed. You are looking for another entry position, either the same instrument or you look for another instrument. But so this is the basic rule for everybody. But either you know how to do analysis or not, you don't really need it. So, but the first thing we always tell people is that when you come to the market to use this your scanner, there's something you must do. So look at gold. So there's something you must do. And that thing is simple. We said, first of all, open your chart and go to daily time frame. So let your chart be on daily time frame. I'm going to demonstrate that on phone. Now, this is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin today is still going to be confused. And let me now tell you the simple cheat sheet is that if I open this my chart, you see that Bitcoin is extremely bearish. Look at the last support zone. Other ones are minor, is significant. So let me take off this because so very tiny support, and then that's turned to resistance. So why do I open my chart on daily time frame? I open my chart on daily time frame so that I can see, because there's difference between trend and daily direction. So daily bias or sentiment is different from where you talk about trend. Trend is like, are we in downtrend or uptrend? But look at it. Let me open the chart boldly for you to see. This is cheat hit. Can you see that? I opened this candle boldly. Now, we're in a downtrend. Were there days that the market was bullish? The answer is yes. In downtrend, were there days that the market was bearish? Yes. All this red candle is bearish. Those of you who are beginners or who are newbies, sorry, whatever name they call it. So now, if in a downtrend we are still find opportunity to buy, so there's a secret to that, and that's where this scanner is very, very good for everybody, irrespective of who you are. If you are a professional or an advanced or expert, it will give you double confirmation. If you are a newbie, or you even advance, you intermediate, but you are the one who have too much time to stay in the market, staring at your system, looking at your chart, trying to do over analysis and all of that. This is very perfect for you. So now, when you open your chart, you see the candle properly. Now, for instance, when I come for the day, this is this today candle. This was yesterday candle. Yesterday candle closed bearish, but it didn't give direction for today's. Why? Because the previous day was bullish. That was massive bullish, and it crossed. So you want it, you want the new day or a day before that you are checking before today. Like now, this is today candle. This was yesterday. So as I'm coming, I wanted to see, I would love to see that this candle actually close. If it closed bearish, I want to see that it closed below this candle, right? If it close bullish, I want to see it close above this candle. So when the market close above or below the previous day, the new day you are coming in will give you the direction. Either is going to be bullish for the new day you open or bearish. But nevertheless, your scanner give you this. So, but when you have that the market is bearish for that day, I just wish I could have other instrument, but I will experiment it. If you see that the market was bearish. What do you mean by bearish? So that market now should take out the previous high or previous low of that market and close. But this one now, it does not go above, neither does it go below. Just like I talk about abandoned baby or all manner of names they call so many candles. An inside bar. This is an inside bar candle. So it does not really give a clear direction to where the market should go to for the day. So that means you probably on Bitcoin, you'll be seeing more buy and sell, buy and sell. So that should give you an understanding. So I've now come, you can see the market had been here since February 6th, struggling. So, but it's just buying. That means it's buying, but you can't really tell that it go bullish, except otherwise move up, close everything. So you now know tomorrow is going to be super bullish. You know that. Now, so after you have done that, you go back to 4 hours. So when you go back to your 4 hours, 4 hours give you what is called structure. I'm not saying you should start reading the structure, but just give you an idea of what structure is all about. 4 hours, 1 hour. Now, when you open your 4 hours, once your 4 hours shows either buy or sell, then you want to go down to 15 minutes. Take note, please. Once the 4 hours give you buy or sell, you just want to go straight down to 15 minutes so that you can have fast entry and return back to that higher time frame. Are you following now? So, but you always want your chart to be on daily time frame so that you will not struggle yourself. So now you can't find signal ordinarily. Yes, you didn't find any signal. This was yesterday's signal, sold very well. So that's where you now go to another structure trend, which is the 1 hour time frame. Now, if you go to 1 hour time frame, look at why these two guys are very good together for you to have them. Now, it was still yesterday's selling signal that you have. But what has happened here? This is your support zone. So these are key levels. So these your key levels held this market, meaning that this market is bouncing, right? So if you look at it, okay, this was yesterday. Oh, so all of those struggle. then the market return back in between the range. Now, you can't find a good structure to give you a buy. So I want to pretend as if you don't know anything. You are not professional. You just want to be using the scanner, let it give you, but you obey the rule. Then at that point, you go to 30 minutes. Now, when you go to 30 minutes, so see what you've seen. This was yesterday, right? 3 p.m. or something. All right. Now, you cannot find a buy. So this market still continue choppy somehow. Yes. Okay. You cannot find a buy. So it still remain like choppy. Now, so on 30 minutes, the market has returned here. I don't want to assume that. I don't want to assume that, okay, you will have understanding of the market that this is a retest. So let me pretend you don't know. So now we go to 15 minutes. Now, when you go to 15 minutes, you now find a buy. Can you see that? You find a buy. So this is a buy on 15 minutes. Now, it's going to give you now, if you find a buy on 4 hours, go to 15 minutes to take the trade. If you find a buy on 1 hour, go to, so you can write it down, listen to this video again and again. So if you find a buy on 1 hour, go to 5 minutes to take the trade. If you find a buy on 30 minutes, you can still go to 5 minutes and take the trade. If you find a buy on 15 minutes, go to 3 minutes to take the trade. So if you find a buy on 5 minutes, you can take it, or you can still go to 1 minute. The whole idea of going to a lower time frame is to buy it more faster and all of that. Now we found a buy on 15 minutes. Let's go to 3 minutes and go and see. So let me just mark that point so that you don't stress yourself. It's sweatless. Listen to me. It's very, very simple. You don't struggle this market. Just follow simple instruction. So let's go to 3 minutes so that you find a quick entry. Now, when I go to 3 minutes, one thing lovely is that when I go to 3 minutes, you can see the candle that printed the trade and all of that. You now see after that, there was an engulfing candle. So irrespective of anywhere there, you can just go ahead and enter your market. Are you following me now? You can just go ahead and do what? And enter your market anywhere there. So let's say while you are doing this, the market was already, probably here. So you can just take a trade. So, but whichever way it is, you take this trade and your stop loss here. Now, if you are the type that target 1:2 risk reward first, that means your first 1:2 risk reward will be somewhere here. This is it here. So that's going to give you about how many pips? About, oh, are you serious? Oh, this is BTC, okay. It's going to give you about 869 points, okay? So you are risking about just 416 points. So whatever entry you give to it, then if you are the type, so now you have entered, right? You found the signal on 15 minutes. So stretch out this way, expand, right? And then go back to that 15 minutes. Now, ordinarily, where should be your target? Haven't found this trade here. Haven't found this trade here. Where should be my target? Your target should be the next resistance. At that time, here was going to be a resistance. So that means 1:3 risk reward. So if you are the type that this year, like me, now haven't put one take profit here, the other take profit, you let it loop out of this point. At that point, you want to extend to 30 minutes. So you see that? Now, when you expand to 30 minutes, you are going to find other resistance here, which means you are looking at this point as another take profit level. Do you get it now? Then from there, you stretch out to 1 hour time frame. Now, in the 1 hour time frame, you can see the major resistance here now that you can actually now target on. That's your job. You don't need too much stress. Stop bothering yourself unnecessarily. You don't need all of those stress. They are not necessary. Now, if you look at it now, on your 4 hours, if all things being equal, and in battle with this cloud and elude this cloud off. So what are you expecting? You're expecting the market to extend up to this. So that's how you take a trade, and that trade will be running for as long as possible. That's about 3,000 points. Do you get it now? So that is how you take your trade. So first of all, you have to go on daily time frame. So let's look at Euro USD. I have a position that is running on Euro USD already. So if you go to daily time frame, on daily time frame, there wasn't a signal, all right? There wasn't a signal. But on daily time frame, she shows that this market will be bearish. But there were certain things that happen as professional that will see there was a liquidity sweep already. It swept liquidity here and bounced to the range. That give it more that, okay, this market can likely push up. Do you get it now? So, but you don't know what liquidity, but you need to learn over time. Those basic things are very important. Now, if you have swept liquidity and again, even touch into another block here, that means this market should be bouncing eventually. But there's a candle close yesterday that was now below the previous day, which is a sign of continuation of that bearish move. Because once the market cross here and close here before, that means that is a break of structure. So that's the little bone of contention over the Euro USD. But now let's quickly go to 4 hours. Now, when you go to 4 hours, see the lovely thing of 4 hours, you got a signal. Look at the signal on 4 hours. So there was yesterday though. So that means that signal still stand. And then you now say, okay, let me go to 15 minutes straight up. All right. So go to 15 minutes straight up, and then you could find so many entry. Can you see that? So these are series of entry. So these are series of entry. These are series of entry. You can find, so this was the previous day now, and that was a very powerful one. Then you are targeting this resistance. You got there, you see sell. Well, that sell, it may not be too tantalizing that you sold and you target here. So as at the time you come to around 2:30 a.m. GMT plus one, there was a buy. Look at it. This is the signal. Look at the engulfing. You have entered. Your stop loss is going to be below here. And then you are targeting this point. Okay. So if you're targeting that point, let's look at how many pips that's going to give you, because that's the resistance that the market was going to be contending with. That's about 26 pips. It's not a bad one, right? So, but while you are doing that, your eye is still up. Then finally, continuation, you missed this. You just saw that, okay, market here, look at this engulfing. That was what warrant the entry. That will have done another 25 pips and you have taken the profit. So ultimately, you are looking up like this. That's once the market break where it is now. So that means your stop loss ordinarily should go below here. So if you look at this trade, maybe it was taken in 5 minutes. That's why you see that the stop loss was a bit closer. So let's step down to 5 minutes. Very simple. Now, okay, can you see now? On 5 minutes, you can see series of signals were popping up. Look at buy, look at sell, look at sell. Do you see that now? So this is a very powerful scanner, work for you as you love. Now, we are saying the rule of engagement that you must always pay attention to is that when the scanner give you a signal, so you saw this candle, we call it accumulation. Then the other one that carried is like expansion, which is the manipulation, and then this one. So is the close of the third candle you are entering. No much checking kind of a thing. You are closing at the third candle close. So when the third candle close like this, towards the direction. So of course, you want to put your stop loss above the resistance. Now, if your target is just 1:2:1, here is delivered. Check it. I've told you that said we have 75 to 90% win rate. I'm not joking, it's not blabbing. Okay, so then you have this, a signal came up, you entered, put your stop loss, allow the market to run. The same thing, look at it. So this is 5 minutes. You run the trade as if, in fact, nothing is happening. Look at GBP USD, right? Let's look at this entry. This was at about 2:30 a.m., right? 2:35 GMT plus one. And then you are in the market here. Market return back to this point again. So that's a very fantastic one, right? So you had another entry here. After this, your stop loss below here. Look at the massive thing. Let's look at it. So now you control emotion, but you kill fear. This is 11 to 12 pips as stop loss. Now, to this point where the market is now, you have done 1:5 risk reward, which is about 62 pips. Yes, you heard me right. It's very fantastic for us to massively bring out money from this space. Can you see? See this other one? Aha, this one came down again. That means he has topped you out. Now, let me quickly go to daily time frame for you to know why. This market has not completely shown the strength of its bullish momentum. All right. This market has been down since October 2024. 5. Look at it. There was the time the scanner gave the major sell, and all this while it has been on sales and sale, and it has not been able to recover fully. Even now, it has not recovered fully. So if you look at it, you can say, okay, this is maybe break. And then that means for it to recover fully and start giving more momentum return, that means you must cross above this point. You get that? So, but nevertheless, while the market is doing what it's doing, you have gotten a trade. So if we go to 1 hour time frame, all right, so you can see that the market again in 1 hour time frame, look at it buy, fantastic one, right? This was yesterday, and then another sell. If you go to 1 minute, 3 minutes, you're going to see that sell, and then so that means that means this market will still sell. You understand? It will still sell because this was 1 hour sell, then it sold, then return back and get rejected here. So that means we should be selling this market. All right? Because it's not beautiful at all. So that means we should be selling this market eventually, except otherwise. Maybe if we're able to consolidate above this resistance, then we can enjoy the ride up and all of that. These are very, very important things you must pay attention to in learning how to simplify your market entry, and then you're fine. Okay? So that means this market is not done selling. It will still sell down. Oh, yes, it will still sell down. That's the thing. It will still sell down. It will still sell down. Certainly will still sell down. So if you are a newbie, such trade that does not have a very clear atmosphere, you avoid them. Just take the one that can give you what you are looking for. So you don't overstress yourself because you want to prove a point. No, take the one that can give you, deliver to you neatly without stress, and then run with that one rather than trying to justify anything, right? So this is how you take the trade. So let me just open on phone because some of you use mobile, right? Okay, no, before that, let me go to when you are scalping gold with, so that's the second scanner. This is for people who scalp gold on, lower time frame, like 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and all of that. It's the same principle. So the difference here is in gold, we have what we call institutional grid level, which is called psychological level. So when you take a trade on gold, you are targeting the grid level. Each of these grid level is 100 pips. So once you take your trade, just target that and set your take profit. They're simple. Now look at this market. I say when this entry point, when the signal have a very long week, don't take the trade. Wait, the market will return back. So after that return back is when you can now find an entry. Perhaps you can step down to like 1 minute, and then you can quickly find that entry as more smoother for you. So this continue to do more, then probably, the market respect this and then bouncing because you are still working on this, but you only don't want to have two bogus stop loss region and all of that. So that's how you take trade. Then the same thing is still applicable to Bitcoin. So the psychological level applicable to Bitcoin. Can you see that? Look at it. So it can be on 15 minutes or 5 minutes and all of that. Look at this signal, massive. Each of these one have 1,000 points. That's for Bitcoin. So you can work with that. So look at it, right? So from here to here can be your take profit. To this is now another take profit. And that's how you do your thing and then enjoy your trade. All right. I'm sure somebody has learned how to now just take this trade with ease. Don't stress. Don't give yourself unnecessary stress. This scanner make everything, I mean everything, exclusively easy for everyone who want to trade and make money, be profitable from the global financial market. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is Euro USD. So Euro USD is still bearish, all right? It's still bearish, but you can see how much profit you will have done again. So now it's selling again. Okay, so let me take off this. Once this candle closed now, so it's already saying I want to sell, but if this candle hasn't closed, you can agree to that. I'm sorry, just a moment. Okay, so look at it, this signal now. So let me go to what time frame did I say? 3 minutes. So I moved to 3 minutes or even 5 minutes. I said it that way. So 5 minutes. It's just that it got a lot of support that can bounce the market continue. If not, so because when you want to now sell, you are looking at those that support the gather, the sell momentum, and all of that. But then that's the sell, just like you had a sell here. So, but you have a bounce here and all of that. So, give you this signal, you take the profit. So look at it. So as was done. So this one was done. If you go to 30 minutes, see it. I told you that once you see it, you go to 3 minutes. Look at it too long. Now, those of you who understand trading, there are so many factors you see here. What's this? This is liquidity sweep. Sweep liquidity. And then do we have a fair value gap here? Okay, that should be here. So there's a fair value gap. That's an imbalance in the market. So I've told you that this scanner was programmed around price action, liquidity concept, and smart money. So when you see it reacting at those institutional footprint, that's your area of focus. And then don't get surprised, is the way the program, the scanner was programmed to act. So that instead of me struggling to see, oh, where's fair value guy, where's this? Then my scanner have summarized everything into a box. Then you find the trade. So we go to 5 minutes, 3 minutes, all of that. So this is it. Though this may not travel too long, but even if you are just the type that takes some small trade to take some pips, that means back to this point, that's already 29 pips. Amazing. That's unbelievable. Oh, yes, that's already 29 pips. So because your entry here, then your stop loss above this, then your take profit. So you're targeting here, but you can just take it to your 1:2 risk reward. So, but as the market get there and it didn't get there and start like maybe trying to take a return, then you can say, okay, the profit you have given to me is enough. This is it. It's very simple to take trade with this scanner. You don't need too much English. As it come out, I've just told you the time sequence. If you're on 1 hour, you come out, go to 5 minutes, so that's fine, faster entry. But if the market's even well structured and all of that, you don't even need all of those this thing. But at least I love to enter market at a very nice entry point. That's the way I trade. I love to take market at a nice entry point and all of that. So you can see now this market, you know what it did now? Those of you who trade smart money and ICT, this is what we call displacement. But imagine you have taken a trade and you took a very nice profit. Then it turned back here, and then this is a displacement. And now at the close of this candle, you're already in again. Do you get it now? So that's a displacement. Okay, right? So you come to displace this, and then but at that first time, if you don't do 1:2 risk reward, you will have been forgetting, but you have taken the first profit. Now you are in again, still targeting up here and all of that. That's the simplest thing you can never have in the market. We have this tool, okay? Can you see, guys? See the sell, massive sell. So at the end of the day, it's going to sell down to that point here. So that means let's take out this guy. Okay. So that means this is a sell and this is your confirmation. So once you see in 30 minutes or 1 hour, just come to 5 minutes. Then you see your confirmation. Stop loss. So 1:2 risk reward. That will be here. That's targeting about 16 pips, risking just about 8.3 pips. And then shortly now to get there. So then, because once you wipe off this, then the next point is to get to is this. That's going to be 1:4 risk reward, ladies and gentlemen. If you risk $10 and you hold the trade to get down to your target, which is going to give you 35 pips, then you are good to go. You get that? This is very lovely. I'm telling you, it's amazing. This scanner, I'm telling you, this is not flattering. This is not making out. This is super amazing, right? So you can see gold too. Let's see what gold did, right? So, I told you that gold is a perpetual scalping platform, right? So look at gold. So 1 minute, we go on 3 minutes too. You can see the sell here. All right. So that one, if you just take the trade, your stop loss will be above the psychological level. If you take it and then it's to buy, your stop loss will be below the close, close range, a close range psychological level. And that's how you take. So you just be, so I've told you from this line to this line is 100 pips. Very simple. So you don't start looking, oh, where will I take my profit? Where will I put take profit? No, no, no. It's already defined for you, and then you are good to go. Does that make sense? All right. So, but ideally, 4 hours and 1 hour are the place you are supposed to be targeting to see where proper entry is going to be coming from. You can see like gold now, it has retouched this. That means the market's getting supported, that the market needs to still continue going up, right? That's it. Then look at Bitcoin. All right. So I showed you the other time. That's one. And now, so let's go to 1 hour. And probably could see the structure more properly. Now we just need to take out this high, and then from there, man, that's Bitcoin will move very far, right? So that's it. So said, don't entertain fear, but control emotion, because you can't kill emotion. You only need to control it. And that's it. So I have people who are giving a lot of testimony now, because you don't need anybody to start giving you signal. Create the signal by yourself, genuinely producing signal by yourself. Don't need to call anybody, not even Felix. Felix have not sent us signal today. You don't need him. Yeah, you don't need Felix. Just get this scanner and generate. And of course, you see some of the video put together is to still teach people how to use it effectively. So you don't need to know technical analysis or necessary, just basic thing, navigation and all of that. And you are good to go. Very simple. No story, not talking too much. What is this? Look at it. Look at the sell for good. Massive sell, right? So imagine when the cell give you here, and I told you redefine and all of that, you're in. So of course, at least when the market return back here, so you're in from here. So if you take from this point here now to this confirmed, because already confirmed that 320 pips, then you now take an entry, struggling you put your stop loss here, TP1 done, you're waiting for the next one, waiting for the next one. That's how you see you climb down everything. You see that gold will pour down now, will continue to pour down. So, but one of the things is that if you're scalping, there's a law that need to guide you called law of concentration. So singleness. So you have to be single with that instrument you are scalping, especially if it's gold. Stay with gold. Don't look at any other thing. If it's 1 hour or 2 hours you want to spend for doing your scalping, do it thoroughly and forget about kind of thing. So now we're in London section. Perhaps maybe gold is coming back to sweep the low of Asia. That's what I suspect. I think that should be, is it low? I don't know. So it's coming back to sweep the low of Asia before redefining itself. But if it's a continuation, if it's a market, a bearish move, then it will continue to get that done and all of that. So, but if it's not, after sweeping the Asia, then it buy up. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you have paid attention so much to maximize all the tool we have for you to be profitable from the financial market. So this is PBS, all right, market scanner. Very fantastic, phenomenal scanner that will help you. I thought I was going to go to my phone, but you can watch and then take your phone to, because I know a lot of you have mobile uh, app of the trading view. So same thing. It's just for you to know how to navigate your phone with it. But I think we've done fewer videos that will actually show you how to navigate. But it's the same principle I'm explaining here that you'll find there on your phone. It's just like mobile version. That's simple. Does that make sense? Good. Congratulations. And that is how it works. That's how we roll. That's how we maximize opportunity. All right. So to subscribe is cheap, just $200 a year. Okay, that's less than $1 a month, and then less than $16, less than $1 a day, less than $16 in a month. And guess what? If you are serious, irrespective if you are trading with $200, in 1 or 2 days, you should be able to make more than a month, all over a period of time, you should be able to make down your subscription, and then you are fine because you have access to so many other things. All right, so thank you very much. So go and practice, and then let's build and make money together. Do have a nice time. So look at the comment section. You see a link there to join our group. It's free. Then you can join on Telegram, still have access to some vital information about the market. Bye for now.